So, in this Valley civilization, the most awaited chapter, Bronze, the Harappan culture, Bronze Age civilization. Before I start with this stream of NCERT course, there are certain things which I should clear. First thing, this course started in the lockdown. In the month of April, this course started in the acute lockdown. There was no board. We arranged a small board of children's. Anyhow, we arranged it. Objective, to teach you C cube. Concept, connectivity, consolidation. And I said in the beginning, there will be no fixed time frame. No fixed time frame. Now when the lockdown was over and again the life started, so people will go back to that life or not? And you people, instead of being thankful, I was teaching this concept to you, many of you became so much impatient. Entire modern India is with you. Ancient India is with you. Instead of being thankful, and when I said to you that legal process is going on, this project has taken labor, sir. I demanded minimum fees. I was getting so much money for this course. If I would have sold it to the capitalist, they would have given me unlimited money. And you have to pay a huge amount, heavy amount. At least show some humanity. Before jumping on anyone, please show some humanity. You have started next IS classes, you have started your optional batches. You are not thankful. I have started my batch, you are very much in trouble. I know this is the work of mainly some of the teachers. They are sponsored candidates and some institutes. But this I am saying to the students, aspirants. Again, it's my personal request. Enjoy, learn it. Why you are dependent? Why you want to be dependent? Learn it, apply, develop yourself. Finally, your development will help you. I have learned. I can teach all the NCERTs. Now I am giving polity, economy and geography NCERT to a very famous online institute. They will charge 5,000, 10,000. Now I will hand over. I'll give. They will charge. They will charge for the entire program. At least be a human being. NCERT is the door of success. Door. I am giving you the key. Instead of applying that key, you are saying no. Every time you open, we will go and I will come out. You also develop yourself. There will be a pain in your mind. I accept it. To connect, there will be a pain. But after that pain, you will become self-dependent, and that will be your achievement. By the way, the most famous part of ancient India, Harappan culture, Bronze Age civilization. First heading. First heading. Geographical extent. Geographical extent. What was the geographical extent of this civilization? The first urban civilization in Indian history. This story is the first part of first urbanization. It's a story of first urbanization. 6th century BC, second urbanization. Delhi Sultanate, third urbanization. And fourth urbanization is going on. In totality, Indian history has seen 4 urbanizations. In fourth urbanization, we are going on. Now, before coming to the geographical extent, I tell you this history comes in proto-history. Proto. Now this is very important to understand. Prehistory, proto-history and history. Prehistory, archaeological evidence. Only archaeological evidence. Stone Age. Stone tools and implements are the only evidences. Only. Here you have archaeological evidence plus literary evidence. Proto. But either that literary evidence is not deciphered, which is the case with Harappa. Literary evidence is not deciphered. So the entire story is based on assumption. In Vedic period, literary evidence is there, but it was compiled much later. Much later. 500, 600 years later after Vedic period. The Vedic texts were compiled 500, 600 years after Vedic period. So there are interpolations. Interpolations. Put it in Google and see the meaning. Interpolation. Like in Rig Veda you will see 2nd to 7 mandal are ancient. Other are interpolation. Extra addition. In which the facts are not suitable to that particular time. History, you have all the 3 evidence. Archaeology, literary and foreign accounts. Archaeology, literary and foreign accounts. So Harappan civilization comes in which age? Which part? Proto. Entire history will be dependent on what? Will be dependent on assumption. Now come to the point, geographical extent. Sindh, central zone of pre-Harappan culture. This is again a very important point. Sindh is the central zone of pre-Harappan. Pre-Harappan. Videh, Bihar. Central zone of second urbanization. Fertile plain, resources, connectivity. Same thing here. Sindh. Just see the political map of Asia. See the location of Sindh. Karachi, connected with Persian Gulf, Saudi Arabia. So Sindh is a central zone of pre-Harappan culture. But central zone of Harappan culture, Sindh and Punjab, they are the central zone of Harappan culture. Central zone of Harappan culture. Means this is the area where the entire culture flourished. Central, UP and Bihar, Eastern UP and Bihar, central zone of second urbanization. Sindh and Punjab, central zone of first urbanization. Core areas, northwest. This is the core area, northwest. Sindh, Baluchistan, Punjab, Haryana. Jammu to Narmada Valley. Gujarat to fringes of western UP. Meerut. This complete area forms a triangle. Square kilometer. Means the area was bigger than Pakistan today and bigger than almost all of the ancient civilization. Very important feature. Bigger than Pakistan today and bigger than almost all the civilizations of ancient period. Core centers. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chanudaro, Kalibanga, Lothal and Banawali. They are the core centers of mature phase. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, Sindh. Chanudaro, Sindh. Kalibanga, Rajasthan. Lothal, Gujarat. Banawali, Western UP. Mature phase, mature phase. The core centers of mature phase, mature. Banawali, Haryana, sorry. Haryana. Then the coastal towns. Surkotada, and Sutka Jandor. Mature phase, Surkottada and Sutka Jandor. Then all the three phases, pre, mature, later, all the three phases. The site which gives the example of all the three phases, Dholavira, Dholavira, Dholavira and Rakhigadi. Rangpur and Rosdi, Kathiawar region. Late Harappan phase. Late Harappan phase. Rangpur and Rosdi. This is in Kathiawar region. Now you will say, what is the importance of telling all these things? यही तो गेम है बच्चा. You will say, what is the importance of giving these facts? Mature Harappa, then pre-Harappa, late Harappa. Why to know about all these things? Why to study about these sites? Pre-Kalibanga, pre-Harappan phase, mature Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, late Rangpur and Rosdi. And this three phase sites will help you to connect the reasons for rise, then the reasons reaching to the peak, and then the reasons of downfall. You got the point? Why? Why these three centers? Why to prepare them? Why to prepare pre-Harappan phase? Pre-Harappan. The knowledge about this phase, pre-Harappan phase, will tell you the factors which played an important role in the birth of this culture. Example, Kalibanga. Kalibanga is a very good example of pre-Harappan phase, and here in pre-Harappan phase you find furrows, and this gives the example that ploughing was practiced. Agriculture, new ploughing, although plough has not been found, but furrows. It also gives the evidence of mixed farming, two crops at a time, and this will become a very good example to prove that agriculture had a strong place. Mature Harappa will give you the reasons why it is called as urban civilization. Town planning, bricks, seal, mature. And third phase, that is the late Harappan phase, will give you the evidences for decline. And all this will make a flow chart. Pregnancy, birth, and death. This is the reason that you have to remember all the three phases. More than 1500 sites have been found, in which mature phase sites are very less. Such a long back, the history. And the beauty of this history is that it is completely based on archaeological evidences. We have to be very clear about assumption and creating the history. Okay, first heading. Second heading, town planning. Town planning. Now today if you roam in Ghaziabad and Greater Noida, even in Delhi, today if you roam in Delhi in the time of monsoon, if you be there in Rajendra Nagar, with the first monsoon, if there is a rain for half an hour, the entire Rajendra Nagar will turn into a drain. Entire Rajendra Nagar. Every year Delhi government says this is the year when we will end up this monsoon crisis of Delhi. Every year Sheila Dikshit government, then Arvind Kejriwal government, they all promise every year, because this is the last time, this is the last time. In Mumbai, when water starts floating on the road, many people die. This is the present situation, 21st century. $4,000 back, $4,000 back, when we see those evidences and we create a history, we get surprised. Town planning. First feature, distinguished. NCERT says distinguished town planning. Means today, if you see many countries of the world, even in developed countries, they are not fulfilling the mark of Harappans. Today, when people are trying to conquer Mars and the other solar system, they are not up to the mark of Harappan civilization. First feature of town planning, citadel or acropolis. Citadel or acropolis, and this gives the message, plus the lower town. Lower town. Every city was divided into two parts, which is today also, and it will be till the doomsday. The residence of common people, the aristocracy. That means they were able to collect taxes. That means there was a society based on distinction of wealth. Afghanistan present situation. The most important distinction among human beings is wealth. The least distinction is color, white and black. The most important factor of distinction among human beings, wealth. Capitalist and working class. And the citadel and acropolis present in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro give a clear-cut message that there was a class which used to collect the taxes, which used to mobilize the labor force. This lower town is unique for using burnt bricks. Means Harappans knew the technology of burnt bricks. When many of the civilizations of that time using baked bricks, baked, dried, not burnt, dried. They were using burnt bricks, and the town was based on grid system. Roads were intersecting at right angles, and town was visible as a block. It was divided into different blocks, such a scientific parameter. This was done later on by Maharaja Jai Singh of Jaipur. 18th century, this type of town was settled by Jai Singh. Scientific lines. Imagine 18th century, the man who is known for setting up this type of town in India, Jai Singh, 18th century. Jaipur is settled on this factor, on this parameter, 18th century. Imagine 4,000 years back, the entire town was based on grid system. Roads were intersecting at right angles, and the entire city was divided into blocks. This was the first feature of town planning, and this was true for all Harappan sites. True. All Harappan sites, regardless of their distance, regardless of distance and size. This again gives the message. What is the message from here? First message. There was an aristocracy class. Wealth was the medium of distinction. Second, if the same pattern is found in almost all the site, that means there was a regulating authority. There was a regulating authority. This is the importance of these archaeological evidence. They will help you to create the history. First feature of town planning, big buildings. Citadel and Acropolis, the city being divided into two parts, upper town and lower town. Second feature. Second feature, big buildings. Mohenjo-daro is famous for its big buildings. Mohenjo-daro is famous for its, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro both, they are famous for these big buildings, and this shows that both of them were possibly the capitals. Again a message, and this shows that both of them were possibly the capital. Capital. Now Mohenjo-daro is famous for the Great Bath. First important structure, the Great Bath. The stairs, the changing rooms, the vastness. India is a spiritual nation. Bharat. Bathing is a very integral part of Indian culture. Bathing is not an important part. Bathing is not an important part of Islamic culture. There is no water there. In Saudi Arabia, where Islam was born. But bathing is a very important part of Indian culture. You go to Golden Temple, you will find the Sarovar. You go to Kamakhya, you will find the Sarovar. You go to any temple in India, of any sect founded in India, you will find bathing is a very important part of Indian culture. Snan. Bahy and internal. Lord Shiva is a very important parameter of this. Ganga is coming down on the head of Lord Shiva. That internal bathing through knowledge, gyan, enlightenment. External bathing, water. This great bath throws the light on the bathing ritual in India, which is present from ancient period. Second, granary, second building. Granary. And the crevices of the granary, wheat and barley are found. And the granary shows the tax collection of this period. Tax would have been collected in the form of food grains. The famous ritual, of which the highest form is Kumbh. Allahabad, Haridwar, Ujjain. This same granary is found in Harappa also. Size is same, but it is into 6 blocks. Some symptoms of this granary is found in Kalibanga also. Small blocks are there. In the crevices of those blocks, again wheat and barley is found. Possibly that was also a FCI godowns. They were possibly FCI, Food Corporation of Indus Valley Civilization. Food Corporation, food. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro are rich in buildings. That shows the prosperity of that period, management of that period. Mughal period, medieval India, Taj Mahal, Red Fort, Jama Masjid. What they tell? The strength of the ruling class. The economic structure of the ruling class. Same thing here also. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro are rich in buildings. Like Mughal period. Mughal period is rich in building. And what this shows? The strong ruling class. A strong money economy. Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan. From where we get the message? From these buildings. Who constructed Lal Killa, Red Fort of Agra? By seeing the building itself, you can imagine the glory of Akbar. You enter into Fatehpur Sikri and see the buildings of Fatehpur Sikri. The status of a person is known by the house of a person. So on one side, when you see the Red Fort of Akbar of Agra, its size, and then Fatehpur Sikri, you immediately come to the conclusion, okay, the person would have been very strong. Buildings give two messages: strength and status. So if this is true for Mughals, then the same inference can be taken for Indus Valley also. A very strong ruling class with a strong economic status. Now if it was a strong economic status, so from where the money came, that we will discuss under economy. From where that money came, that we will discuss under economy. Third, big buildings. Third feature, burnt bricks. Many of the civilizations of that time, they used dried bricks, dried. Many of the civilizations of that time, they used dried bricks. Mesopotamia and all. Burnt bricks. That means technology was also strong. Size 4:2:1. This is not given in NCERT. And this size is fixed in all the sites. And one city's distance to the other city is 700 km, 800 km. The size of the brick is same on all the mature phase sites. All. So what is the message? Technology was there. Harappans knew about technology. The size of the bricks is same in all the sites. Again, a strong regulating authority. Fourth, drainage system. Drainage system. Impressive of Mohenjo-daro, unique of Harappa. Impressive of Mohenjo-daro and unique of Harappa. Every house has a courtyard. Every house has a courtyard and bathroom. In Kalibanga, it's in Rajasthan, every house has a well. Drains were taken out from the house. Below the streets, means if you you today walk in Delhi, you go to Mukherjee Nagar, SFS flats. Many people are not able to live. They have invested 2 crores. But just on the fringes of SFS flat is a big drain, which gives the so-called fragrance throughout the year, especially in monsoon. Today's Delhi Capital of India. Drains were connected from the house, and then below the streets. Means you walk in the entire city, you will not find any drain having manholes. And this shows that they were very much bothered about health and hygiene. Town planning. What are the features? First feature, Acropolis and Lower Town. Acropolis and Lower Town. Second feature, the big buildings. Third feature, burnt bricks. Fourth feature, drainage system. What is their message? Technology, a strong economy, a strong ruling class, health and hygiene. The four features of town planning and the four messages from it. First message, technology. Second message is strong economy. This cannot take place without a strong economy. I gave you the example of Mughals. A strong ruling class. The pattern of the cities are same in almost all the mature phase. The size of the bricks is same in almost all the mature phase. And health and hygiene. Clear?